Good afternoon, and welcome to my starter factory. I am Malice, and this video tour is going to accompany my 90 minutes to coal guide on Steam for Satisfactory. This request was made like 18 months ago by Trigman59, so to you I apologize for waiting this long to honor it. Hopefully you don't need it anymore, but for everybody else who does, you can thank Trigman59 for putting this thought in my head. I'm just finally getting around to it is all. I'm going to give a quick video tour, just sort of explaining the logic of why these machines exist and the orders they exist. I don't think playing for 90 minutes is what anybody wants to watch though, and I don't know if I have the patience to do that. For the first portion of the game, you're just going to be running around frantically, back and forth, like a freaking squirrel on a golf course. Because you're going to be running out of this and running out of that, running back and forth to loot this, to loot that. It's pretty hectic. But in the end, you save time by running around versus trying to belt containers all into one location. Start with copper. You're going to run out of wire and cable long before you run out of anything else, because every single machine requires a bunch of cable. Just about everything you build. That's cable, everything. That's one cable everywhere. Freaking cable all over the place. So get that up and running first. Concrete, you don't need a whole lot of. So one machine, which produces for the whole beginning, is like super plenty. Since this is an impure node, I have these, which allows me to just loot them and dump them right into the container and then walk away. Every time you pass by, just do that again. These machines are set up deliberately because even though this looks like a manifold, it's actually a balancer. I think I can explain this easier by deleting this, which is, these things are unnecessary. I just like the look of the mergers. Whoops. In order to make reinforced iron plates, we need 30 iron plates per minute. So we need all of this machine and half of another machine in order to perfectly balance that. We don't have overclocking or underclocking in this case, so the only way we can do this is by force feeding it only 15 per minute. And that's what we're doing here. This one gets 30 right off the smelter, done. This one gets 30 off the smelter, but it's split in half. 15 feeds this machine, 15 feeds those machines, and 15 is the 50% duty cycle we need. Same thing here. We need 15 rods a minute because we need 60 screws. 60 screws is all of this machine and half of another, which means 10 plus another 5 rods. I have 2 machines here because at the time these are built, you don't have access to splitters. So this is way easier to build than waiting until splitters. Same thing over here. You're going to build a lot of this stuff before you even have splitters, or before it's necessary. These, on the other hand, do run at 100%, because 30 comes in, 15 goes there, 15 goes there. Done. To build a rotor, you need apparently more reinforced iron plates. To build a rotor, you need 20 iron rods and 100 screws. That means 40, 80, and then half of this. Because I am feeding this 15 rods, it's going to run at 100%, which means the ratio is off. I am going to run out of rods and have too many screws. That's what this machine's for. Later on, this machine is providing rods for the modular frames, but for now, it is providing the excess rods to go with the excess screws. During the final phase of this, after you've unlocked 2.1 parts assembly, you need to handcraft a ton of rotors and a ton of reinforced iron plates. Because from that point, you need 250 reinforced iron plates and 130 rotors. That's enough to complete phase 1, unlock coal, and build your first power plant. You can automate it and wait around, but it is quicker, easier, simpler, and more straightforward to craft those advanced components. So I guess it's really just a choice. Would you rather sit in front of a crafting bench, or would you rather have your hands in the dirt looting stuff? You can also unlock obstacle clearing, but the way I see it, where is it? Those resources are better spent making something else. It's not much, but I honestly don't want to spend those resources. I don't need them. I mean, you can see in this build, I still have material left over. What do I have in here? 32? Wonder if I have anything in a container. No. So I still have resources left over from power after getting to coal. So it's not vital that you go through this. That's it. Ultimately, this is not necessary rushing through coal anymore, or rushing to coal, because you can belt feed your generators. This does make it a lot simpler, and you can linger in phase 1 for as long as you want now. I just don't like this phase. I like the running around, I like the planning, I like the kind of hecticness of it, but I don't want to be in this phase any longer than I have to. So I still do rush through it, even though we can now belt feed the system. I'll finish with this. It's a building tip. Whoa. Why can I not build onto that? The heck? I can't even copy that. Anyway, when you go to build something, especially when you're trying to build multiple rows of something and they're at different elevations, it is way easier. Sorry, my thoughts left me. How do you line all that stuff up? Do you just go in and try and snap a splitter on the ground? Or in this case, I guess it would need to be a merger. No, do this. Build a lift, snap a splitter to the lift, delete the lift, and use the splitter as a guide, or in this case, a merger. So I want the merger to go from here to there. Boom, 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 boom. Delete the extras that I built on top. And now I have a manifold. Belt it, belt it, belt it, belt it, done. I now have a manifold. That's it. So I hope you found this useful. I hope you enjoyed it. And again, Trigman59, sorry this took so long. Later, y'all.